Thousands of years ago, in a forgotten village nestled deep within central India, a child named Devrata was born under a starless ink-black sky. From the moment he drew his first breath, a chilling stillness surrounded him. From the neck down, his tiny body was lifeless. His legs never kicked, his arms never reached. He was a statue carved from flesh and bone. The villagers, their eyes filled with a mixture of pity and fear, whispered that he was cursed. His very existence, they said, was a punishment from the gods for some unknown sin. His mother's nights were filled with silent, heartbroken tears, her pillow soaked with a grief that knew no end. His father, a man once strong and proud, was now a hollow shell, broken and desperate. He began to search for answers in forbidden places, delving into the dark arts he had once sworn to avoid. These were ancient, dangerous arts that demanded blood. For an entire year, a grim ritual unfolded in secret. Animals were sacrificed under the pale light of the moon, their lives offered up in a desperate plea. Mantras were chanted until voices grew raw and bled, the words echoing through the haunted nights. Yet, despite it all, Devrata remained motionless. The curse, it seemed, was absolute. Then, one evening, as dusk settled over the village, a stranger arrived. He was a BHEDIYA, a healer, but there was something unsettling about him. His eyes were too calm, holding a depth that seemed to swallow the light. His smile was too knowing, as if he held the secrets of the universe on his lips. He approached Devrata's father and spoke in a soft, almost hypnotic voice. "There is a child," he said, "the same age as your son, born in a Brahmin's house. Bring him to me, and your son will walk." Devrata's father didn't hesitate. A year of crushing helplessness had already killed his conscience, leaving only a raw, desperate need to see his son whole. That very night, under the cloak of darkness, he crept into the Brahmin's home and carried the infant away like a thief in the night. The rituals that followed lasted until the first light of dawn. A fire was lit, and its flames burned a haunting, unnatural blue. Blood, both animal and perhaps something more, soaked into the thirsty earth. And then, as the sun's first rays broke over the horizon, a miracle occurred. Devrata stood. For the first time in his life, his small feet touched the ground. His mouth, which had never uttered a sound, opened, and he whispered a single, perfect word: "Baba." His father collapsed to the ground, the year of torment and fear finally breaking him as he cried tears of pure, unadulterated relief. The mysterious BHEDIYA gently handed him the other child alive, unharmed, sleeping peacefully, and then, without another word, vanished back into the shadows of the forest from which he had come. But fate, it turned out, had not finished its cruel game. The Brahmin, discovering his child was missing, arrived with the entire village in tow, their faces masks of fury. They saw their child, safe in the arms of Devrata's father, and snatched him back. The Brahmin's child was unharmed, but their rage did not fade, it only intensified. "These people are untouchables," the Brahmin declared, his voice ringing with righteous venom. "For this unforgivable sin, for daring to touch my blood, they must burn." Devrata's parents fell at their feet. They begged, they pleaded, they screamed until their throats were torn and raw, their cries for mercy lost in the growing roar of the mob. The village did not listen, their hearts were stoned. Devrata's parents were beaten, dragged through the dust, and thrown back into their own humble house. The villagers then set it ablaze. Flames, hot and merciless, swallowed everything Devrata had ever known, his home, his world. And then, through the smoke and the crackling fire, someone lifted him. The same hands that had just murdered his parents, now covered in their blood, threw him into the inferno. Devrata screamed, a sound of pure terror, as the heat seared his skin. But before the fire could claim him, a shape burst through the wall of smoke. It was a wolf. Its fur was as black as the ash falling around them. Its eyes burned like two dying suns. It grabbed Devrata gently, so gently, in its powerful jaws, and ran, escaping the chaos and the hatred. From the safety of the forest's edge, Devrata looked back one last time. He saw his home burning, his parents burning, his entire childhood turning to ash and smoke. In that moment, something inside the little boy broke. And in its place, something else, something ancient and terrible, was born. That night, the forest echoed with a howl so deep, so full of rage and sorrow, that the earth itself trembled. The spirits of the forest, the ancient gods and demons, whispered a new name in fear, a name they would learn to dread for all eternity, called BHEDIYA, the Black Wolf. His story had just begun. Thank you so much for watching. If you were captivated by the birth of this legend, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't want to miss what happens next. We have so many more stories to tell. See you in the next video.